Hello, it's me, RJB. I wanted to do something different with the intro. Hope you liked it. So, we return to Starcraft, fastest map on Brood War Remastered, with your host, RJB. And first, a call out to my sponsors, RJB, and my other sponsor, RJB, ready to deliver you content free of charge, whenever you want it, whenever you desire it, whenever you feel that need to be entertained. Now, with a word from our sponsors behind us, let's look at the names, because you've already seen the names, so don't really have to explain all that much. Mong here on the Protoss, the red Protoss, on the name Mong Tube, a retired Starcraft professional, well, ex-professional player, an amazing player. If you have been following this channel for a while, you probably know that Mong is absolutely bonkers. He is the real deal. The realest deal of all the deals. He's really good. You can't even overstate how good he is. And on the other side, we've got Rabbit on the name Yang Shiki Sun Yun, playing the purple Terran on the opposite side of the map. Starts off with the usual stuff, of course, barrack on 8 supply, then a depot and another barrack, and barrack number 3, of course, also on the way. And Mong starts off with 2 gateways, probably going into a nexus. That is the recipe that most Protoss players like to go for on the fastest map. A very early nexus, and maybe some gateways or a forge. In this case, 2 gateways for some early pressure. Usually, this build order leads us into either the Dark Templars, or it leads us into a double Reaver. Wait, no. A double Reaver inside a shuttle, matching up in timing with Zealot speed and level 1 attack for the Zealots. And then they go hard for the attack and try to bust down the front door of the Terran. But maybe Mong has something else up his sleeve. Maybe he's got something else planned for this match. So it's always one of the things you have to keep in mind with Mong. He doesn't really do it exactly as the others do it, but he does it extremely well. Tried to micro there to catch the SCV, but he gives up on catching the SCV and just goes out for the move there with the Zealots to try to get some pressure up on Rabbit, who has been pretty peaceful so far. Got 7 Marines, well, 8 Marines, that's pretty, well, 7. I suck at counting. 7 Marines. That easily scare off those 2 Zealots. We've got the SV there getting information. The second Nexus is close to finishing. 2 gas are on the way. Got a Cyber Core. They're also on the way. No Forge yet. 4 Zealots. Those 4 Zealots should be able to fight against those Marines if he micros those Zealots well. We're first going to try to catch and kill that SCV, but it makes it out alive. Marines are on the way now, but he turns around because he knows there's 4 Zealots. They might not really be able to fight into that. Although this 1 Zealot there is on low HP. We've got more Zealots now joining the fray, and there's more Marines on the way, but now that more Zealots have arrived, these Marines can no longer take the fight. He already started building a choke, just to keep himself safe, just in case. Command Center are also on the way. Academy also, he started the Academy at about the same time, well, about 20 seconds later, maybe 10 seconds later than the Command Center, but it is a pretty early Academy. Most of the time you see players go for 2 Command Centers before an Academy, but Rabbit wanted to get the Academy first. I do think he's going to save up for a 3rd Command Center here though, because he's got a lot of minerals there in the bank, and he's not spending any of it whatsoever. He's up to something, but I don't know what he's up to. Most of the times he would have already started the Command Center, but it's not there yet. He's instead reorganizing space to look prettier. Got enough gas there for the factory as well, and that's why he opened up some space, because he likes to build his factories here on the bottom side below his barracks. He's got a lot of minerals that I can't really explain why. Why does he have so many minerals, considering he can afford so many different things? There's Command Center number 3. It is a little bit late. He could have started it like 30 seconds ago. Nonetheless, it is now on the way. But I do have a bad feeling about this one, because that means that he isn't playing as efficiently as he could be. Whereas Mong is probably one of the most efficient players, because his multitasking from his pro career is just absolutely on a different level for most players. He's playing this one really calmly though. He's got 2 Robos there in the front. More Zealots are not on the way. Doesn't have speed on the way either. Went for a very early support bay and a Stargate as well. Stargate, of course, for Corsairs to escort those Zealots, well, I mean, shuttles into the enemy base. But air armor on the way, still no Zealot speed. He's not planning on going for Zealot speed whatsoever. I don't see a Citadel, I mean the Templar's Archive. I'm mixing things up this game quite badly. So yeah, you got Shuttle speed on the way, but no Zealot speed. Usually he gets Shuttle Zealot speed. Wow, Shuttle Zealot, it sounds almost the same. It's hard to keep those words apart. So Rabbit there forces those Zealots away from his entrance, gets himself safe. Some fire bats in the mix as well to put into the bunkers. There's no wall here in the front yet. He should be getting it very soon. The Reavers there almost finishing up. Still no Zealot speed there. So I do think that Mong is kind of going for something different than what I expect. He does have the Zealots, but I don't think he's going to get any use out of them because he's definitely going for a very early Reaver shuttle drop. That's why he has the very early Stargate to escort this shuttle in. Most players don't get their Stargate this early or the Corsair this early, but Mong has, as I said, he always does things slightly different. He's flying across the map. They're going to attack the front there with the 2 Reavers, but the tank is already sieging up. He's not going to get on top of the tank with anything whatsoever. Zealots there are trying to get in, but they're going to go down. The Reavers there landing in the back. Get a couple shots off on that depot and the SCP, take it both down. Scouting there with the Corsair on the top side at the same time. Looking for a way in. He goes in, scouts the base, doesn't use the Reaver shuttle to fly into the base. Instead, he's just scouting and saving his units for a bigger drop. He does have Zealot speed now on the way. It looks like he did forget it just earlier. Templar Storm also on the way. Got 3 shuttles there loaded up with Zealots and Reavers. The Corsair is still alive, so it can still escort those 3 shuttles into the base. And that is going to be very, very troublesome for Rabbit, because that's a massive drop. 2 Reavers, 8 Zealots. That is going to hurt if they unload anywhere that is hard to access for a Rabbit. Does have some Marines on the top side, but only a few on the bottom side. And yes, he unloads on a very troublesome location right next to the depots. And Mong immediately starts firing away on those depots and is going to get Rabbit supplies. He kills 4 depots at the same time, because he knows where to target fire. Now the tank is going to go down there on the top side. Marines are coming in to save the day and stop the last Reaper from really killing anything, but he still gets some Marine kills. There's about 4 depots. Rabbit is not supply stuck because supply space got opened up by units dying. So he's not in trouble yet. But that is about 400 minerals gone, a tank gone, and a couple of Marines gone. I think in total about 700 minerals completely gone. Even though Mong's own investment was also pretty high, but Mong is on the offensive here, and he doesn't really mind as long as he gets some results, and he got some results there. Minor results, but it's better than nothing at all. And he opened up a great, beautiful pathway for the storm there on the SCVs there. Gets about 3 SCV kills in total, not what he was hoping for, but at least it's something. He disrupted the mining time, killed some Marines, and makes the follow-up drop that is going to be flying in very soon, already being prepared here in the base. The follow-up drop is going to be easier than if he hadn't done anything whatsoever. With a bit of an itch in my throat. I just need something to drink. As I said before, Mong very efficiently spending his minerals. So only on 2 robos, but he's always producing shuttles and always sending shuttles into Rabbit space. Rabbit there is prepared, but he's not looking. Oh, Marines are getting into the bunker, but they're not focusing on the shuttle. He takes down the shuttle. The Templars, double Templar, are unloading. He storms really pretty nicely, but once again gets almost no SCV kills, about 5 of them in total, and Rabbit cleans it up. It's all very close. It's very close. He almost gets a lot of kills with the storms, but the SCVs there barely stay alive, and do mind, Rabbit has medics next to his SCVs. Medics too at some point run out of energy, but the SCVs are getting healed up. So that when another storm comes in, these SCVs aren't on low HP, and they wouldn't instantly die. But the medics are currently healing the wrong units, and that is a problem, I think. Not sure if it's what is healing. But anyway, shuttle drop comes in once again. Templar there on the side. Templar storms on the raids. Raid's taking critical amounts of damage. Reaper on the top side also once again gonna take down 4 depots. He knows exactly where to target fire. Exactly this spot. It's all 4 depots at the same time. If he clicked anywhere else, he wouldn't be hitting 4 depots at the same time. So it's pretty smart to actually get the most out of those scarabs. Most players would just click on one of the depots and hope to take something down, but he makes sure to maximize the effort. And the Zealots now getting through the front. The fire bats inside the bunker not doing enough, but really all these Zealots are going to be real trouble for him. That's about 6 Zealots still alive here. 5 now. Gonna take down those turrets on the top side and open up a hole. That's gonna be very annoying for Rabbit, because now Rabbit has to build new turrets, has to focus on killing those Zealots, and this gives Mong some time to set up his own counter drop once again. To once again set up another attack. We already have an Arbiter Tribunal finished there. He's going for fast Arbiters. This is basically 2-base Arbiter that you sometimes see on the normal maps. Ooh, the Arbiter there saves the day, does it? Oh, he still gets 4. Ooh, still gets 14 probe kills, maybe even more. Ooh, he might have, that was very close. The tank might have gotten another shut off if he was a little bit slower with killing the tank, but it works out in the end. Finally, the Zealots here have been cleared out, so the tank drop from Rabbit gets some results. Kills about 14, maybe 20 probes. I didn't see how many probes died on the second shot, but I'm sure he got a couple of them on the second shot as well. The Arbiter there, though, does save the day in the end, because the scan duration expired, could no longer shoot on the probes, saves the probes, still got drops here on the way in the bottom side. Once again, 2 shuttles with 2 Templars and 6 Zealots, and once again, he can unload anywhere in the base, anywhere goes. Also on the bottom side, he's going to focus on those turrets instead of focusing on anything else. Now the raids are coming into the bottom side, he's going to try to storm to death, but he misses the storms quite badly. But the last one, oh, forced to dodge into the storm, so he does get some kills here on some raids, but also kills his own Templars. In the end, this one gets pretty much nothing done. Yeah, that one did pretty much nothing. Mong is trying to recover from that hit on his probes, but honestly, he's already looking pretty good here. He's got 10 gateways, mostly focusing on drops with those mass robos. He's got a lot of Reavers here being loaded up, and Templars and Zealots as well. The question becomes, is Rabbit scanning frequently to know that it's coming? It doesn't look like it, because there's, well, he's got about maxed out energy on both. He used 2 scans very recently, but he doesn't know this one is coming and doesn't know where it's coming from. And the raids are actually on the top side of the base, not on the bottom side. Got a small frontal attack here coming in as well, just to distract while he's trying to open the path for this shuttle drop here on the bottom side. There's no Corsair. He scans this portion here to see if there are storms. Alright, this is smart. He's scanning preemptively to see if there is anything flying over those scan locations, but he just so happens to miss the shuttle drop that's coming exactly over that same location he just scanned. Ooh, the anti-drop comes in, but the shuttles are unloading on location right at the correct spot. Storms on... it's pretty much nothing, but I still think there's something in there. There's still a Reaver in there. He doesn't know, though. He doesn't know. Oh, the Reaver gets out. The Reaver shoots. The Reaver shoots. The Reaver cannot connect on the SCVs. Scarabs are not that reliable, but the 2 Reavers on the bottom side are clearing out a lot of structures. Armories are dead and gone, depots also dead and gone, and turrets completely erased from the map. So now, how long is it going to take before Mong has a follow-up drop ready to land inside Rabbit space? He's being a little bit slow with his building, although we're only 13 minutes in and he has very advanced tech and a lot of upgrades on his units as well. Almost level 3 attack. Level 3 attack, almost. Already level 1 armor. The attack upgrades have been very consistent. He hasn't missed a beat. Drop there. Well, some Zealots unloaded on the top side. Gonna try to clear out some stuff, but his shuttles themselves went down. So that's a failed drop there. Another tank drop here on the bottom side. Gonna try to hit some probes, but I don't think he can land anywhere close to the probes. There's so many cannons there. The shuttle... oh, it's a Reaver recall. Is he gonna intercept it? Is it gonna work? Oh, he can't kill... oh, he almost got the recall. Oh wait, he forgot to upgrade the recall. Okay, he forgot to upgrade the recall. I was already wondering why he wasn't getting the recall off, but he just forgot to get it. And now probes are gonna die here. Oh, that's a massive hit. That's a massive hit. That's an absolutely massive hit. This looks like the game is, I don't want to say it's over, but it kind of looks like the game is over. If Mong had gotten that recall, if he didn't forget the recall, the research, he would have had like a massive, massive amount of damage done on Rabbit here. is there's not much to defend. He's got a lot of Valkyries, but Valkyries can't fight against Reavers and Dragoons on the low ground. Or Templars, they can fight against air units. But once the recall has happened, there's only some tanks, some bunkers that can kill the units recalled into the base. So that would have been disastrous, but Mong shoots himself in the foot with a very, very forgetful little action, a small, massive mistake. Now he's struggling to recover his probe count. He's struggling to recover his economy. Trying to break through the front door, but there's a tank there up on the hill that's making things a little bit more difficult, but he does get on top of the bunkers and kills the depots, and oh no, the Valkyries are running away from the top side. This is actually really bad for him. The Valkyries are too far away, Reavers are loading on the low ground, there's tanks there very close that are shooting on top of the Reavers. The tanks are already moved to the top side to take care of the Reavers as they're rolling in and marching forward, but he's going to kill a lot of depots there, although I do think that he actually kills them just in time. And prevents the worst from happening. He is supply locked, but he's got a lot of depots on the way, a lot of SCPs still alive, a lot of money in the bank, unlike Mong, who's struggling with his minerals and his gas. He pretty much can make only shuttles and zealots. Not a great situation for him to be in. He ran out of gas, he's on 50 probes, he needs about 75. It's gonna take a while to get back where he wants to be. He's putting some probes back onto the gas because he realizes that he really needs gas units. Templars, Reavers, all that kind of stuff. But he's in a difficult situation here where Rabbit is just very calmly setting himself up for a good defense. And I guess you can really notice that this is from the time frame where Mong was, well, had only been playing fastest for about a month. So he isn't as good as he was in 2020, when he really reached the point where he was ridiculously good at Starcraft. But the Arbiter there stays alive, barely though. You could, well, this one is never going to get into the base, flies into the Valkyrie, but the Valkyries ignore the Arbiter. Oh no. He's never going to get in though. He's never going to get in. That's for sure, because there's a Wraith hanging there in the air. And it flies into the Wraith, takes some shots, flies away, gets taken down. Nothing is working out for Mong. Nothing is working out. And the Rabbit is having a blast of a game, as everything is actually working out perfectly fine for him. He's still defending because he doesn't quite know how rich or how poor Mong is. He wants to set himself up very nicely. Some other players might have gone for an early attack here to just finish Mong off before he recovers, but Mong is being given the time to recover. Rabbit is being very defensive and passive, but he's focusing on mostly getting rich, getting big, and sniping those shuttles with the Valkyries. He can fight the shuttles though, although there he finds them with the barrack on the bottom side. Mong's upgrades are still amazing. 113 to level 2 armor and shield on the way, whereas Rabbit is currently on level 1 attack for his ships and level 1 armor and attack for his tanks. So he is lagging behind on Mong by quite a bit with his upgrades, but level 2 attack there for his air has just finished just plain down. Did he cancel it? Was it a bug? I saw an upgrade finish there on the armory, but it never... Oh, it was level 1 armor for his air. Makes sense. I was looking for something else, but it's level 1 armor for his air. Everything makes sense. So Rabbit now finally deciding to move out with some tanks to go for another drop there on the probes, but it might not be the wisest choice because honestly it looks like... But no, he's going to sacrifice his Valkyries for this. He's going to set up on the hill. Instead of going for the probes, he's setting up on the hill to abuse Mong. Mong goes for another drop there, but he lands straight in between a lot of tanks. And that's the game. That's the game. It's just... Mong has been trying to claw his way in. Trying to deal damage, but Rabbit seemingly had an easy time defending. Although everything was very close. Everything was very close, but it all came down to that moment when Mong forgot to upgrade his recall. He didn't get the recall research. And that really completely ruined the game for him. Rabbit got too much time, got too big, got too strong. He basically became a stronghold where you can't land anywhere in his base and you can't break his base. Because Rabbit started scanning really well. Started flying back and forth with his Valkyries to try and snipe shuttles, and he did so quite successfully. Got at Arbiters a couple times as well. And then of course he hit the probes as well, so this game just spiraled out of control for Mong as nothing seemed to work out. But this is only the first game. I've got more games coming up during this week, and I hope Mong has a little bit of a better time in those games. Because this looked, I don't want to say bad. It definitely wasn't bad. He did everything he had to do. But everything fell apart because few pieces were missing. And sometimes that's all it takes. A few small components in the build order or the strategy are missing or don't exactly work out. And this is what happens against a player of the level of Rabbit, who just takes advantage of all those small little things missing and the entire structure crumbling to pieces. That's one win for Rabbit. And that's the video for today. Tomorrow I'm going to do part number 2, and then maybe after that part number 3. Also, I realized I forgot to add in the game music sound. Sometimes I just keep forgetting to turn it back on. My apologies. I won't forget the next time. So I hope you enjoyed this game, and I hope you're looking forward to more exciting matches as the best of 5 continues tomorrow.